Alright, let's get out of the way. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, leave a comment if you'd like. The Raven in the Inner Palace episode 13 starts off with a big drama where her brother is going to try to kill her, but then she's like, no, I'm not going to allow you to do that. Here we go. Throws a knife at his throat, kills him, dead. And it's pretty stupid because right when the neck gets cut off and he's falling, he starts whispering something, but no one could hear it. Even the fucking characters don't even know. And they're like, Mom, must have been some name or something. When the Raven Consort and the Emperor are talking, she's like, oh fuck, look at your arm, it's fucking bleeding. While she's saying this, she's like, oh man, I don't feel good, and she faints. And then while she's having a dream, it's actually a nightmare. And people are saying, you demon, you witch. And this is from people that she actually knows and actually respects, but they still are saying this and she can't take it anymore. And she wakes up, she yells. But the king is there to help her stay calm and remember that it was just a nightmare. Then her best lady comes and says, oh my gosh, you're awake. This guy should join baseball because his catching skills are crazy. She throws soup in the air and he catches the bowl with the soup in it. And I'm just thinking, wow, no fucking way. And all her friends visit her saying, are you okay? And then I started noticing this small, empty room used to have no one in here except her. But now there's a ton of people and she has a lot of friends now. I guess the lesson to learn here is even if you have a really dark past, you should not be an asshole. But because it's anime, she ends up having a really hot guy who likes her. And he even makes a wooden carving that she likes. But you know who doesn't like her? Her own fucking chicken. Because it smacks her in the face and runs off. Also, it must be a pretty cool job helping the king because all you really have to do is go investigate and figure out what everyone's doing. You might not even have to fight. You just have to go around, sneaking around places, figuring out if this person's doing this, or it's usually who's trying to kill the Raven Consort or the king. And the king is always trying to help people, and he never asks for help unless it's his right-hand man. So his right-hand man gives him a scroll that has a bunch of information on what people are planning on doing, and this old guy's going to the Raven Consort to do something bad. So they try to go and stop him. By the time they get to his house, he's not there, and they can't find him. He's already at the Raven Consort's house, and he tricks her into saying that he's not here to do anything, he's just here to talk to her. I'm surprised she didn't say, hey, it's kind of late, maybe you should talk to me in the morning or something. But she lets him in, and she says, hey, let's go sit down, play a game of Go while we conversate, and let me put on some incense so it smells good. This is the last batch they sent me, though. Then he says that smell is the best way to remember the past, and he tells her a story about how the old Raven Consort and him used to be friends, and they also used to play Go. And he also tells her that back then, the old Raven Consort was liked by many. Her family liked her, she had a lot of friends, she hated losing, and she was fun to play games with. And he's saying that she's like basically the best person he's ever met. Until the day that she was chosen as a Raven Consort. I never saw her again. And then it gets really dramatic. The lights go off, the incense turns off, and then she says, you're gonna draw the knife from under your robe. And he pulls it out really slowly. And I'm thinking, is that how it is in real life? Because she could have just moved. But she decides to just sit there for some reason. So right when she's about to get stabbed, the king grabs the knife and points at his own neck. And then he yells at him saying, I know you're the traitor, so give up now. And then he tells the king, it's not my fault. I had no choice. She must die, and that's just how it has to be. But she saw you as a friend. Why would you do this? And he says, what do you mean? I never saw her as a friend. I don't know why you think that. I don't like her at all, and I don't know why you have to like her too. I told you to stay away from her, and you didn't stay away from her. And then understandingly he says, did you know that the old Raven Consort trained her? Told her how to write, how to read, told her how to do things. You could see just by looking at her that the old Raven Consort poured her all into this girl. And then the old man starts crying, and the guy says, you know what? You say you want to retire, and I'll allow that. Get out of here. And then we figure out that the Raven Consort and the king have a really great relationship. And as you know, it wasn't always like that because she didn't really know him. And he would say things like, I want to understand your emotions. I want to see how you feel. And then she'd obviously feel freaked out. Until today, and she says, now you understand how I truly feel. Thank you. Then he asks her, can I stay here tonight? Because 1, it's late, and 2, I don't sleep very well unless I'm with you. And so the next day, she and her right-hand lady go and visit the lady who wouldn't stop bothering her. But now they're okay, I suppose, and they're starting eating a lot of food, and they start chatting a lot because they really like food. If we didn't give them that, then they wouldn't be very human. So at the end, we see that the king and the Raven Consort end up together. And you know who else ends up together? The little boy and the fucking chicken. Alright, well, the question of the day is, how many of you guys actually watched the series, and how many of you guys have watched my videos on the series? Alright, that's the end of the video. Peace.